Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Today we're going to talk about entitlement and equality when it comes to women and dating. That should be pretty interesting. And today's show is brought to you by Mama How You Cook This. I got a sponsor, y'all. It's Mama How You Cook This. Organizes kitchens, cook meals, and does cooking demonstrations. She got a cookbook coming out in about 2 weeks. So look for it. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, and it's going to be in Amazon. Mama How You Cook This. Okay, you can also reach me at Ramrod Rants, RAMRODRANTS333 at gmail.com for your comments, complaints, suggestions, anything. Just reach out and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If I don't get back to you in a timely manner, send another email and say why you didn't get back to me in a timely manner. So today we're going to talk about the rights of dating. We're going to talk about the equality of dating. We're going to talk about who's dating who, why they dating, and what would they date them for or not for. Okay, and I know you guys probably saying, well, you just talked about this when it comes to dating. Now we're going to talk about why women want to be equal in every other way in life, with the exception of when it comes...
Except for paying bills.
Paying any damn thing.
Yeah.
So you got the 19th Amendment, which gave them the right to vote. Okay, I agree with that. You have Susan B. Anthony, who fought for women's rights. I mean, she got some repercussions from men in Congress and the Senate. She fought for women's rights. That's how come she got that gold dollar. You know, so you got strong women over the years. We can go all the way back from Cleopatra, who was black, by the way. I'm just letting you know that. Okay, Cleopatra, all the way up to Grandma Moses, all the way up to, and everybody know who Grandma Moses is. You know who Grandma Moses is, Big Man?
Man, of course.
As long as I have no follow-up questions, right?
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman. And you got Du Bois. And we can even go as far as the poet, Oprah's friend. Oh my God, I'm embarrassing myself. Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
Yeah, and you got Oprah, which I'm not a fan of Oprah, but she is a very powerful media mogul, and she has a very powerful voice. Them was the women, the old school women, you know, that did it and with grace and class. So let's talk about the new age women is leading the way right now. You know, from Facebook, the women that the young females look up to today, like the Kim Kardashians and the Black Chinas and the Facebook women and stuff. Them the ones that these women look up to. Or that new one now called the Stallion. Mm-hmm. Have you seen her?
Yeah. Woo. And they the ones that they want to be equal in every way, which I agree totally. I love an independent woman, but you need to be independent in every way. That's what kills me with women. They want to be independent, and we want our equal share of everything. Okay, I agree with it, but why is it that when it comes to paying bills, a woman expects you to always pay for dinner? They literally expect you to pay bills just because y'all dating. Not even married, just because y'all dating. So that's my problem. Why women don't want to be equal when it comes to paying bills? They want to spend the man's money then.
They go as far as not even bringing a damn purse with them on a date.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. And I saw this cat on was it Facebook or YouTube? I don't know. I was looking at one of them the other day that sat there. Now, I don't know if you saw this. He said, if you got a woman and you claim her to be your woman, she shouldn't want for nothing. You should, whatever she want, you should break your back to go out and get, because that's what she deserves. Oh, hell no.
Shit.
Man, you must be out your goddamn mind. I agree that you should, do stuff for your girl, make her feel special. But I believe in reciprocity. Okay, if I'm buying you stuff and for this date or this day or taking you out to dinner, you damn well sure believe it's going to be done back to me. I mean, that's like I don't understand. Okay, if you got a wife, I ain't talking about no girlfriend living with you with no job because I just don't agree with that shit. But if you got a wife that you want to be a housewife and don't want to work, then you can't complain about her buying you presents with your own money or whatever she does, or paying for everything, or you have to finance any trips, any outings, anything. You can't complain because you want a housewife. But if you didn't sign up for that, if when you met this young lady and she had a job and all of a sudden she don't have a job and then she's riding your back for this, that's some bull crap. Crap, no. Ain't no way in the world. When I get up in the morning and put my pants on to go to work, you best believe if I got somebody in the house with me, they going to work too.
Exactly.
This is a two-income.
And this will kill me. Let me give you an example. I remember before I got married, I was getting ready to go hang out with a couple of my boys and watch the game. This is, of course, years ago. So this young lady calls me up. Hey, what you doing? I said, I'm going to go hang out with a couple of my boys and watch the game. She's like, why don't you come out to dinner with me? I'm like, I'm about to, I told them I was coming to kick it with them. She's like, come on out to dinner with me. I'm like, where you going? She said, I'm going to Olive Garden. I said, all right, I'll meet you up there. Why? When I came up to Olive Garden, we sat, had good conversation, we eating and everything. Why when the bill came, she looked at me and expected me to pay the bill and she invited me to dinner?
See, I don't believe in that shit. I believe in if I invite you to dinner, I'm paying for it. Exactly. If you invite me out to dinner, you paying for it. I get the tip, but you paying for it. I believe in that.
The same women that say I'm independent and I don't need a man for nothing, but they always they want to spend your money. And that's independent.
That's the first thing they say on the date. I don't need nobody for nothing. I can do my own. And you know what? I'm sad to say, you got some women out there who can make some money, who have great jobs, and they can't keep a man mainly because they rub it in their damn face every day that they make more money than them. Now, I ain't saying all of them do it, but a lot of them do it. They just rub, and the man's supposed to be the breadwinner of the house. Okay, so sometimes the man is not the breadwinner of the house. What he lacks in monetary contributions, he'll make up in enthusiasm. Okay, but you can't ride him. If you see a beautiful woman out there with a great job and single, that's the one you don't want. I'm telling you right now.
Run from her. If she's beautiful and single and past the age of 25, run from that because that's the issue.
Yeah. And then, you know what kills me? How, some guys expect to meet a great woman. They want a great woman. They want a mother of their kid. But they picking these chicks off of Facebook that's taking pictures of their ass and their cooch. And
exactly.
That you can look at that woman and say, that's the one I want to be my mama, my baby's mama, or mother of my children, or vice versa. Women look at the men on these dating sites, whatever, and with their shirt off and do. What do a 6-pack abs do for Nipsco? Can I take my shirt off if I had a 6-pack ab? Okay. And pay Nipsco with it? Can I buy groceries? Can I walk into the grocery store in a Speedo and walk out with a basket full of groceries? I could probably fit about maybe a half a basket in my clothes, so they're big.
Yeah, and like you say, the ones that be showing all their body parts and stuff, like some dudes will pick that woman and they want to settle down with that woman and make her his main woman, his wife or whatever. You know, like my boy met this girl. She was gorgeous, and she told him she was a model, and he was like, "Oh man, that's great. What agency, that you model for? What brand you model for?" She told him she modeled for Facebook. What is that?
What the hell?
You don't model for Facebook. You just take half-naked pictures and post them.
What they call it? The duck lips? What is that? Duck lips? A duck face they keep doing? I don't get it.
That's the world we're living in now.
I don't get it. And the thing about it is, a female, and I'm not talking about all females, but a lot of females can have nothing. I mean, don't have a job, live with their parents, don't do nothing to contribute to society. Okay. But when they go out looking for a man, he got to have everything. He got to have job, clothes, car, house, no kids. When you already got 5, no kids, and you want to date up. And the saddest part about this, Big Van, is some of these guys date down. These new cats done messed up the game, dude. They walk into a club, throwing money at these women just to get them. I remember when I had a busted Ford Escort with dents all over it and can drive that to the club. Remember that 2-door hatchback? And it can pick up women. It's your mouthpiece. I'm not going to no club throwing no money. I got to pay my bills. I mean, what do we used to do? We used to say, okay, we're going out tonight. We'd take a couple drinks at home, probably look at the Bulls game, drive to the liquor store, get a 5th of Cuervo Gold, drink that on the way to the club, which is still unbelievable how we drank a 5th of Cuervo Gold and the club was only 15 minutes away. That was just sad. En route. But we have digressed. And get to the club, spend about another maybe $10 on some drinks, have fun to 2 in the morning, and 80% of the time we were successful with what we went to the club for. I'm going to say about 80% of the time. Okay, we spent $10 more a piece. Had a ball. And back then, the girls, they was drinking their own stuff. I mean, some guys were buying them drinks, and maybe we bought a car. I ain't going to lie and say we ain't bought no girls no drinks because we have. But we ain't throwing no money at them. We didn't do all that. We used our mouthpiece. And if our mouthpiece couldn't get them, then, we couldn't get them.
The difference is, I didn't like the females that expected you to buy their drink. They'll come up to you and start a conversation and then expect you to buy their drink immediately. Like, don't expect me. If I buy you a drink, it's because I want to or I feel like it. That's how they used to be. Like, they expect you to buy them a drink. And the term I can't stand, you get on Facebook, women use this term all the time. They always say, a real man. A real man to pay a woman bills. A real man to pay for this. That kills me. Well, what do a real woman do?
Exactly, because I'm not paying shit. I'm not paying nobody's nothing. I mean, if you my wife, and we in the same house, we're gonna throw our money in the same shoebox and pay everything. But if I'm dating you, I'm not paying nothing. Remember that one girl come to me talking about, unless you got a car better than mine, I don't want to talk to you. What does that even mean? I could have the best car in the world.
And that lets you know the ignorance, because you can have a brand new shiny car, and you know what that means? That you got a brand new shiny car payment.
Exactly.
So somebody can have an older car, but they car paid for it, and what matters is what you got in the bank. Who got the most money in the bank? I don't care about your brand new car, and you paying $600-700 a month paying for a car note. I'd rather have an older car, and my car been paid for 8 years already, because all that money, instead of that car note going into the bank, that's what matters.
Exactly, because you got a girl, she need a dude. Okay, let's just say you and I at a club, and you one of those cats that's just stupid. But okay, let's just say a girl come to us, and she wants a drink or whatever. Let's just say you pull out a wad, a Mississippi bankroll. You got $700, $800, $900 in your pocket, maybe even a stack or two in your pocket. I got $20 in a bank card. Now, a superficial chick would say, okay, this dude over here with this money is balling. And this dude over here got $25 in his pocket in a bank card. I'm going to go with this dude. So Van, she going to come to you, big man. She going to come to you because she going to see what she wants to see, a big stack of money. But what she don't realize is that me or whoever will be me have $20, $25 in his pocket because that's all he wants to spend, and a bank full of money.
Exactly. You might have $20 in your pocket, but $15,000 in your bank account, and all the money I got may be that $900 in my pocket.
In your pocket.
Past that.
Ain't got a bank account. These young cats now don't even have bank accounts anymore. And the only reason a lot of them with jobs, no matter what type of job it is, have a bank account, it's because the job make them get one because they do direct deposit now. They make them get one. Other than that, they wouldn't have had a bank account. I know a lot of cats that will go to the bank when they get paid, pull out every dime they got and put it in their pocket. And if that don't make no kind of sense, but that's I don't know where they get it from. And that's what these women want. They want to go out with nothing in their pocket and get wined and dined by these cats. Maybe or maybe not give them a little bit. But every time, as soon as this cat run out of money, she going to the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And they just throwing money. I went to a club in, was it DC? I went to a club in DC. Dude, do you know I saw somebody with, I'm not sure, it probably was wands. I'm not sure it was wands. But it was all wrapped in plastic like a big brick. Like a cinder block of money. I don't know. Somebody told me it was $5,000. Whatever. So, strip club. Okay. Do you know that they opened up that brick of money and threw it up in the air onto the strippers? All that money came down at once. I mean, maybe they got it like that. Maybe they wealthy. I know Floyd Mayweather does that a lot, but he does it with like 500,000 or whatever. He does it a lot. Exactly. But he has the wherewithal to do it. Now, I'm pretty sure if you got that much money to throw, that is, I can't even see it, dude. I can't even see throwing that much money on stage, man. $5,000. You know what I could do with $5,000?
It just ain't practical and it ain't smart. And then you got these women. They come up in the club with some kind of outfit on, like they basically butt naked. They got some kind of little sheer piece of clothing on where you can see through. You can see all they assets and everything. And then them be the same women that when men coming up to them to holler and stuff, they'll get an attitude like, I wish to, say stuff like, all these thirsty men in my face, I'm sick of this. Well, why you, if you're wearing clothes like that, you're advertising like that, what do you expect? Them the same women that be on Facebook butt naked and then they complain about guys inboxing them and stuff. Talking about thirsty men inboxing me, but yet you taking pictures of your ass and stuff on Facebook.
Exactly. You all you is a piece of ass, but they want to be treated as equals, in which they are. They want to be paid the same, which they should be paid the same.
But they want to be respected, and you ain't gonna be respected when you showing all your ass and doing all that stuff. It just ain't gonna happen. Then you want to complain about how guys treat you and everything. But that's the way the world goes. You're not going to be respected when you're walking around half naked.
Exactly. I know a lot of girls and guys that apply for jobs, and they say, well, they didn't call me back, or they didn't call me back, or they didn't call me back. I wonder if people know when you apply for a job, employers kind of scan through your Facebook page if you got a Facebook page.
They got to know that by now.
And I seen that on not only on the news, I seen it on I seen it in a self-help seminar. This guy got up there and said, when you apply for a job, please take your Facebook page down. It was just, but they don't understand. They don't understand how come a single man with no kids, living in his own house or apartment with his own car, no bills. He got money saving, traveling, and all of this. They don't understand why he don't want to go out with them more than once or twice. And they got kids. They got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids. You living in an apartment on whatever, if no job. I don't know how you paying for the apartment. No job. You dress to the nines and your kids look bad. I mean, but they gonna be a lay. And all women ain't like that, but you got every female that you know got a friend that's like that. All they do is go out and see what they can get from what they call a mark. Go out there, yeah, he gonna buy me this, he gonna buy me that, he paid for this, he paid for that. I'm gonna get him to pay for my hair and my nails. What? I mean, man, you get tired of stuff like that. And then when you try to tell them, they say, well, you gonna pay? No, I'm not gonna take you out to dinner and pay for nothing. I don't even want to go out to dinner tonight. I said, I want to stay home and look at TV. Well, why are you staying home and look at TV? That's boring. No, it's not. It's boring to you with your 50-year-old ass. It's not boring to me. We did what we supposed to do. We stayed single until we partied till we couldn't party no more.
Exactly.
Then I don't have to go out to the club every night. I don't have to go out to the club every week. Hell, not even every month.
You said the key thing too. We stayed single until we was ready. Okay, I got married at 32. I partied and kicked it all through my 20s with no kids, no nothing. And at 32, I got married and had my first kid because I waited because I knew I want to be single and I want to have a good time. And I stayed single and no kids until I hit my 30s. And then, hey, it's all good. But this the issue I got when you got females that always man bashing. Men ain't nothing. These sorry ass men. Men ain't about nothing. They this. But this same female that's saying that, sweetheart, by the time when you on your 3rd, 4th baby daddy, what do you expect? Don't nobody want that. You on your 3rd, 4th baby daddy. You talking about the men ain't shit. Baby, by that point, it's your decision making.
Exactly. I mean, if like I got an uncle, and I know people ain't gonna believe this. I got an uncle who was married 15 times. Damn. Now, after the first or second marriage, people may assume that it's a slim chance that it wasn't your fault. But after you've been married 15 times, shit.
You the problem.
you the damn problem. He was just a cool cat, but I couldn't believe that. But you got these girls out here who look for people to take care of them. That's how come they can't find a good man. They pass up Joe Smo that's got on a dickie or a work suit and dirty because he just get off work and stop by a sports bar to have a beer. They pass up him to go with this guy with the Gucci belt on and all this stuff and money hanging out of his pocket and realize all that money he got in his pocket and he 6 years behind in child support.
Exactly.
All that money he got in his pocket and he living in his mama's basement. He got this nice ass car, but it's on a quarter tank of gas.
Exactly.
You got to go to the doggone currency exchange to pay your bills.
Exactly. Oh yeah, getting payday loans and stuff like that.
Exactly. So but it's exciting to them. It's just they just love that lifestyle. They go out, they party, choke down a couple of blunts, eat, go this. Travel, what they mean by traveling is going 30 miles outside the city you grew up in. They do all of this stuff, and you talk to a 40-year-old female and find out she ain't never had no passport.
Exactly. I got a coworker, and she a nice young lady and everything. Nice people and everything. My coworker, but This is actually about like 2 weeks ago. She was talking about men, talking about black men, how it's so, but the state of black men is so sad, and black men ain't this and ain't that and ain't this, and she talking about how come I can't find a good man, because it really ain't no good black men out there no more. And this is the one I'm talking about. She got 4 baby daddies. And I didn't say that too. I wanted to, but I said I didn't want to say nothing to hurt her feelings. But what are you talking about? You can't find a good man, and black men ain't this and ain't that. Because it's now at this point that you got 4 baby daddies, and so anybody you meet at this point, they don't want to deal with that, and so that means they ain't shit. The black man ain't shit because nobody want to deal with somebody with 4 baby daddies. Like, you in a situation now.
Hey, dude, I got yelled at by about 4 women at the same time when they was telling me that crap. And I said, well, why don't you go find a man that you like and wine and dine him? Try to win him over. You know, maybe you wine and dine him, you can start dating him. Well, that ain't our job. He should be wine and dining us. And I said, and you still single.
Exactly.
I said, wow, you still single with that damn mentality. They don't get it, man. They don't get the fact that guys right now, like I mentioned this in one of my other podcasts. It's a book called Men on Strike, and I believe it's by Helen Smith. And they talk about the same thing. They talk about how women are so vain and selfish, self-centered, and nothing they can do is right. Men, they saying right now, men would rather hang out with men than go on dates now. That's just how bad it's got. And I ain't talking about dating a man. I ain't talking about that. Men would rather just go out, have fun with his boys, play some pool, have a couple of drinks, look at a game, maybe holler at somebody, but they will not date. They'll never get married, and they won't have any kids. That's how it is now.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because that subject has came up a few times, and women have said that men don't take you out on a date no more. It's a shame that you can't. Black men won't even go out on a date with you no more. Well, it's the reason that because it's the way women are nowadays. What you want to spend your money going out on a date for?
Exactly.
For what?
I can go to a neighborhood bar and get me an appetizer and look at a game and drink some beers with my boys and spend total of maybe $25 because everybody is buying everybody something to drink. That's how guys are. But you go to that same bar with a female and your bill is going to not only be double but probably triple. And for that bill, even though you have a nice time, you can't look at nobody else. You can't look at the game. You can't say, "Ooh, she's cute." You can't say none of that because what it's going to cause? A damn argument. Now, my wife right now, she know I look. I mean, I can look in the refrigerator. I just can't take shit out of it.
It's looking. What you human? You. What's wrong with looking?
Exactly. But you got people that's so insecure, men and women. Now, if you let your woman come out the house with some skin tight pants on that you can count the pubes in her private areas, and they looking good, and you get mad when somebody look at her. You get mad when somebody say, "Damn, God damn, look at that girl." You get mad, but she came out the house looking like that. Did she come out the house looking like that for you? Sometimes they do, but a lot of women need validation. If you didn't tell them they look good when they got ready to go out the house, they waiting on somebody to tell them they look good coming out that house.
Exactly. Exactly. My boy, his girl, they've been together for a while, for some years, and she got mad because he was going out to go to the sports bar and meet us at the bar and watch the game and hang out, and she got mad and told him, "That's a damn shame. You rather go hang out with your boys than take me out." And this fool, he before he knew it, he said how he felt, which was the truth. But he told her, she said, "Why would you rather go out and hang out with your boys than take your woman out?" And he said, "Because I actually want to have fun and enjoy myself." Yeah. That's a shame though, because you don't even enjoy yourself when you do that. You won't even be able to have fun.
No, you won't be able to have fun. And then you got these good guys. You got some good men out here who was destroyed by some bad women. And
yeah.
and they just destroyed them. You got these women and these are the ones that say they independent now. These are the ones that don't need a man for nothing. This man gave them everything they wanted, and they destroyed them because they ended up cheating on him. Oh, he was too soft. He was too soft. And now I know I told you about my boy that worked in the mill. This was a long time ago, long time ago. He worked 16 hours a day, and his wife didn't work at all. And I mean, he treated her like a queen. Bought a brand new car. He did everything for her. So back when we were younger and all the way up until early 20s or whatever, mills closed down at a moment's notice for the day. The burner went out, whatever you call it, the blast furnace
and all that.
Yeah. So one day he got off early. He went to that chicken place, Gowdy's. Got some fish and shrimp and some chicken and some flowers. And he went home, pulled up in the driveway. Now, the way his house was made, when you get out your car, you walking past the driveway, you're walking past the bathroom window first before you get to the front door, which is on the side. And he said when he walked past the bathroom window, his wife was linked up against the sink, getting hammered. And so he said what he did. Now, this is where I grew to respect this dude beyond belief. He got back in his car, backed out, went to a phone booth. That was a long time ago. He went to a phone booth.
Yeah.
Called me, when I was out there on the bachelor house.
Yeah.
Called me, came over, told me everything that happened. And I mean, he was hurt. So we sat there and I ate his fish and chicken and shrimp and stuff, And, the house is always full of alcohol. So he drank. So that morning he went to sleep at my crib. And that morning he went home like nothing was wrong. She was in the kitchen cooking breakfast. So he went in the house, grabbed all his stuff that he wanted. He started putting stuff in the car. She didn't notice because she was in the kitchen, apparently. He grabbed his stuff, put in the car. He grabbed his stereo, put in the car. And I think he grabbed his bowling ball or something. I don't know. I think it was something silly like that, a bowling ball, because he liked to bowl. And and she came out and she said, she said, what are you doing? He said, I don't want to be married anymore. He said, you can have the house. You can have everything in the house. He said, I'll pay everything for the next year. He said, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'll pay everything for the next year. She said, well, why are you leaving? He said, because I don't want to be married anymore. He said, because I don't want to be married and then end up doing something that I have no business doing. So I don't want to be married anymore. Got in his car, pulled off, came to my crib. Now, she called me about 1,000,000 times because me and him was cool. Now, came to my crib. To this day, and this was over 20 years ago, to this day, he has never told her why he left. He's married. Wow. He got married like 3 years later after they divorced, and he's got a few kids. And I think they should be about ready to graduate high school. The woman he with now is happy as a lark. Happy. But to this day, he has never told her why he left.
That's some hell of a shit. That takes some real poise, and that's a hell of a dude to handle it like that. That's a hell of a man because 99.9% of men wouldn't have handled it that way. That's a hell of a guy that handled it that way.
Wouldn't have handled it that way. And when they went to court, she was asking the judge for more money and more time and all this. And the judge, he told me this story. I wasn't there. This is from him. He said, the judge said, listen, this man didn't pay everything for you. And he paid the car off that he had bought her. He paid everything. He said, you had a year to get yourself together. He said, you're not getting anything else. And so she couldn't get the house in her name, so she had to sell it. And he said he had quick deeded the house over to her. And even though I don't know how but it was just I still admire that dude, man. He never ever and by the way, in case you're wondering how her life turned out, her life is for shit right now. She got a couple kids too, but I think one of them's in jail or on his way to jail, something like that. But that's just, it's sad. This dude, he went out like I think he went out like a real dude. Now some guys gonna say, well, he was a punk. I went there and just what did Orange Juice Jones say? Whipped out the jammy and fly blast both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, I had a lot of respect for him because I was mad that it happened. And he told me, he said, don't tell her nothing. He said, nope. He said, no. He said, let them think it's my fault.
Let's talk about for the young guys out there. You know, we older, we married, but the young single men out there, the kind of women that they should be looking for. You know, we got nephews and sons and stuff like that. But you know, the young guys, because they got it bad because, you know, I just feel the women of today, like I say, with this Facebook and social media and all the stuff they do, it ain't like it was when we was young and in our 20s and, you know, dating and stuff. So, you know, they got it so bad, and the way these women out here, and, you know, it's just certain women that say certain things and do certain things. Like I be telling my nephews and stuff that, you know, women like this, when you hear them say a certain thing or do a certain thing, you need to run as fast as you can because, you know, she ain't about nothing. Like, for example, one thing, you hear a woman say this, which makes no sense, and it ain't the truth, especially about a woman. You might find that the truth sometimes about a man, but this is not the truth. Whenever a woman say it, she just ain't got the options that she wants. How many times have you heard a woman say they single by choice? Run if you hear a woman say that.
Run quickly. Because
no woman, women are built different. No woman, especially once they get past like 20, 23, 24, 25, no woman wants to be single. They always want to have a man and be in a relationship. And you hear women say this all the time on Facebook, everything. I'm single by choice.
Now, I can see if they single at 25 and in law school or med school, okay, mm-hmm. or some type of advanced degree, master's, doctorate. I can see that. But if you living at home with your mama, or you living by yourself with some kids or whatever, you single by choice, no, that's a lie.
Exactly. Especially you got two baby daddies, 2 kids, 2 baby daddies, and you got the nerve to say you single by choice. That's some bull. How you ain't single by choice and you got baby daddies. You ain't single by choice. You would rather be married and have somebody there for you. But them the kind you run for, and there's so many of them that say that I'm single by choice. I'm independent, and the other ones that say I'm independent. Great to have an independent woman, but the ones that say they don't need a man for nothing, come on, them the ones you
exactly.
run for.
Another thing you run is when you have a woman that tells you, well, I don't just sleep with anybody. Before I sleep with you, I need a commitment from you. And you 20, 21, 22, no, run. Mm-hmm. Dating is like shopping for shoes, in my opinion. You got to try on a lot of pair of shoes before you find the ones you want. And that goes for men and women. Dating don't mean you in a monogamous relationship. And that's my opinion. It does not mean that. It does. People are auditioning to be in the rest of your life. You're auditioning to be in the rest of her life. She's auditioning to be in the rest of your life. I mean, I know some people who was dating for 2 months and already took a damn family picture. You know how the dude sit behind a girl with his hand around her waist. What? Why? I don't get that. I don't get that. You don't fall head over heels in love in between stoplights. You go out on a date. I mean, it ain't like, okay, don't lie to the girl. Just say, listen, I'm just looking to have some fun, go out to a movie or whatever. You know, whatever happens. But I'm not going to be in a single relationship. I'm dating. I'm young. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to be stuck to one person. I mean, there's got to be a better way to say it, but I don't want to be with you 24/7 committed, and I can't see nobody else, talk to nobody else, and you shouldn't want to be like that with me. Okay, we're out here, we're young, let's enjoy ourselves. If we meet back up again in 10 years or so and we get all the play out of us, fine. Other than that, We just supposed to be out here having fun, living our life, not being stuck in a relationship, especially once the kids start flowing out of you.
Exactly. And this other kind of woman killed me. Like you say, you got a young guy. He 23, 24, 25, and he working or he in school, working on his college degree and everything, and he stay at home with his parents. Okay, he stay at home with his parents, but he working on something. He working on his degree. He ain't got no kids and stuff like that, but he working on something. He young in his 20s and he stay with his parents. You got these women that say, "Oh hell no, hell no, I don't mess with no man that stay with his mama." But that same female mess with a man that stay with his wife.
Yeah.
That kills me. The same one. I ain't messing with no dude stay with his mama, but you still mess with a dude stay with his wife. That kills me.
Exactly. And I always tell females, I said, females ain't got no best friends. Because almost every female I know whose husband cheated on them with somebody they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost everyone I know cheated on with somebody they knew. And you know what? A woman can forgive a man for cheating. I give them that. They can. And you got to give them that credit. Yeah, they can forgive a man as long as they let it go and don't bring it. And some women bring it back up constantly. But women can forgive a man for cheating. And that's what I like about some women. And, men can be infidels at times because men are going to be men. Especially if they young and they met you when they was 18 and he's still with you when he's 47 and he ain't had another smell of another twat except for yours. So he's going to get interested in something else sooner or later. Okay, I understand that. But men, on the other hand, men cannot accept when a woman cheats. Because too many things go through his mind. They don't care about how much money this dude gave her. They don't care about where he took her. They don't care about the kind of car he drives. They don't care about nothing. They care about two things. If he was in his house and if his dick was bigger than his. That's it. That is it. Because we cannot forgive.
Do you think the reason for that too is because they say, if a woman cheat and mess around with a man, they say a woman is more emotional, and so if she do that, then she really like that guy or she in love with that guy if she have sex with him. But they say a man can have sex with a woman that he don't even like
at all. Don't like at all. We can date a homeless woman as long as she smell good. When a
woman deal with a man, most of the time, she emotionally involved.
You're right. I had a girl on here that said something that really struck me, and she said she rather trust you than love you. And I said, "Wow, that is that's wild. That's wild." But men to date anybody. Men don't care where you at, how you look. No, we don't care anymore. Cause they date anybody. And whether you have a job or not, men will date anybody. But no matter what, if you cheat on a man, 95% of the men will not take you back or will not forgive you because they cannot get it out of their mind that somebody else has been in their stuff and they call it their stuff. Somebody else has been in there. Now you have some women who got to get out of or break the glass in case of emergency, break the glass car because they have caught their men cheating and they let them come back home and forgave them. But that man knows that she got to break the glass in case of emergency. She can go out and get some dick. She can go out and get it. And you have to forgive her. You have to because she forgave you. And even though they probably would never do it, but they going to make it seem like they will. As soon as you start acting up, she gonna say, "You know what? I forgot I had to go out with my girls tonight." And even though she ain't going nowhere, we'll probably to her mama's house. You gonna start thinking about it because she owe you one. And I just rather you dump me because I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna go through that. Women that forgive a man. Man, I don't know many men that will forgive a woman for cheating. And if he goes back with that woman after she cheated, and everybody say, "Well, that's a real man." No, that ain't no real man. I mean, would you take your wife back if she cheated on you?
Man, I can't imagine it doing that. I can't imagine it. No.
No, I can't. I've been through this before, and no, I can't. It's hard for me to forgive anybody anyway. But oh God, no, I couldn't.
And you know what, man? This is a subject me and my boy talked about, and a lot of people don't agree with this. Married couples, or not even married, but just couples that's been together for a while. A lot of people don't agree with this, but this is how I feel. You see, you have these couples when they say, "Oh," a female say, "Oh, my man is my best friend," and sometimes you'll have a dude say, "My woman is my best friend." I think that's some bullshit. I think something is wrong with you if your significant other is your best friend, then something is wrong as far as you socially or something. Because how the hell this person, you might like being around them and like spending time with them, but if they your best friend, then basically you ain't had no real friends.
Exactly.
Because how the hell you grow up, you live your life, you meet your boys in high school, in college, or at the job, and you've been around these people for years and years and years. Then you meet a female who's just come into your life. You just meet her. Y'all start dating, and you mean to tell me two years later this is your best friend? How the hell is that your best friend? Yeah. And you've been having friends for 25 years before you met this person.
Exactly. And you know what normally happens is either this dude has gotten caught and dumped. Because he was out with his friends or hanging out with other girls or whatever, got caught and dumped so many times, got his heart broke. And so now he figured if he stay in the house and do everything he wanted to do with this female, or vice versa, female with the male, and make them their best friend, that way he won't go out and get in trouble. And I found that happens a lot more than often than not. They throw away their friends that they have to save their relationship. So they sacrificing friendships to get their relationship to go longer.
And them the ones that I think that, and they might not ever admit it, but them the ones that are really unhappy and miserable. Because if your mate is your best friend, and that's the person that that's the only person you hang out with, go out with, and that's some bull. And them people are not happy if your mate is your best friend. Because whether you're a man or a woman, everybody needs a best friend outside of the person that you're in a relationship. That's some bull. If you ain't got a best friend outside of your mate, then you got some issues.
Yep, exactly.
Who you gonna talk to when you and your mate get into a fight? You and your mate going through some troubles and stuff, and your mate is your best friend?
No, they say we talk it out. We sit there and we talk it out. Okay, but you're not talking it out because somebody is giving in. Okay, I don't like to argue. I don't like to argue at all. And so if I get into an argument with the spouse or anything like that, I let them win. I let my wife win the argument because I don't like arguing. It just bothers me. And so I just let it go. So if it ain't tit for tat in the argument and you just let somebody win, there ain't no argument. Men need some time to go out and be men. Just like women need some time to go out and be women. You can't just stay at your house and do absolutely nothing and your wife going out with her girls after work, whatever. No, you can't do that. You can't. You got to go out with some men. You got to bond. It's called male bonding. Get out, scratch your nuts, fart in front of somebody. Get out and have some fun. Talk some shit.
And I got some friends who they wives don't have any friends. And them dudes hate that. They miserable because they got friends, but they wives don't have no friends. And do you know how much pressure they put on them? Because they wives, they ain't got nobody to go out and have a drink with. They ain't got no girls to go hang out with. So all of their time, they expect to be with they man because they ain't got no friends. And them dudes hate that shit. They be telling me like, man, I wish I had some friends, or she'll go meet some friends, because that's putting too much pressure on the guy. And vice versa. If you don't have friends, you know how much pressure you putting on your mate, because your mate want to go out and hang out with his friends, but you ain't got no friends, so she expects you to always be with her, or vice versa.
Exactly. And women, a lot of women that don't have friends, I'm gonna tell you, those are the women whose friends then screwed them around. Okay, and a lot of women tell me, I know a lot of women at work, and a lot of women I've met throughout these years that told me they don't have any female friends because females ain't nothing but trouble. My mama told me years ago when I was 16, I told her I was going to get into a field whereas I'll be the only guy and work with a bunch of women. My mom told me, and you know, I didn't believe too much my mom said, but my mom told me, she said, you going to learn something. I'd rather work with 1,000 men than one woman. And damn if she wasn't right. I'm telling you, I work in a field dominated by women. And all they do is cuss, fight. They don't get along. And if you talking to one and the other one see you talking to that one, they mad at you. Because if they mad at her, you supposed to be mad at her.
Exactly. Now, that's how women are, yeah.
And most women that don't have friends, they want to stay out of that BS. They want to stay out of it because that they know exactly that's what it is, which is sad. Then you have women that have a lot of male friends. Okay.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to ask about that. What about the same women? I met so many women that say, oh, I don't mess around with females. I don't got no female friends because females are messy and females, they backstabbing. So all my friends are men. And I be like, so how do your man feel about that? Or when you get a man, your man, he going to have an issue with that when you get 5, 6 guys who's supposed to be your friends, you know?
Exactly. And you know what? Women can have friends, and male friends. I ain't even concerned about that. But I'm gonna tell you, it depends on how old you are too. When I was younger, when you and I was younger, and we was friends with a female, we were friends with that female for a reason. Because sooner or later, we was getting in them pants. Sooner or later. I've been friends with a lot of females, and you know, some of them I wasn't interested in because I just wasn't. I wasn't interested in these females, and I mean, a couple of females I wasn't interested in at all. But the party, my bachelor pad I had, we all used to go over there drinking and whatever, and even these girls I wasn't interested in at all ended up something happening. So it doesn't. Women can have men friends, and I don't have a problem with that. And women may be innocent. They may think this is he's like a brother to me. But that brother thinking about bending you over, I'm telling you right now.
Exactly. Like you said, especially when you're younger like that, you know?
Yep. When you're young, you got a male friend in his 20s, and y'all just go out, and unless he's gay, and y'all go out together and party and all that stuff, please. And don't get no man that's your friend and you dating a guy that's treating you like shit. And you running over there telling him your business. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And sooner or later. One of them days you're going to come home kind of late. Well, for me, maybe a little late, but you're going to get home late. And I know a lot of women that say they have a lot of male friends. They don't have any female friends, and nothing happens. They're like brothers and all this. And okay, I understand that. I like that fact, but I can't speak for those men. But I've seen these women that they talking about, and I've seen these women that say they got male friends, and these women are like 8.5s, 9s. A couple of them are 10s. Ain't no way in the world.
Exactly.
I was at a club one day, a sports bar. I don't go to clubs no more. I was at a sports bar one day, and one of the girls was there, and she introduced me to her best friend. I said, okay, yeah. And she was sitting over there talking to me for about 20 minutes. He didn't take his eyes off of me. I said, yeah, that's your best friend, all right.
Exactly. Man, this is a good conversation, man. I got to get out of here, though.
Okay, then. Well, thanks for joining me, big fan. We'll talk again. Remember, y'all can reach me at Ramrod Rants, RAMRODRANTS 333 at gmail.com for any comments, complaints. And I'd like to thank my producer, Ms. D, and my sponsor, Mama I Cooked This. Okay, we out. Have a good day.